If you're watching this video, something inside you already knows. There's this quiet stirring happening beneath the surface, isn't there? Like something that's been dormant for so long is finally starting to wake up. You might not be able to name it yet, but you can feel it. That subtle shift in your energy, that gentle pull towards something different, something more alive. You're here because your soul is preparing for something beautiful. Your spark is coming back. And these are the signs that it's already begun. Let's be honest about where you've been. There was a time when everything felt muted, like you were living your life through frosted glass. The colors seemed duller, the laughter felt forced, and even your own reflection looked like a stranger wearing your face. You functioned, sure. You got through the days, checked the boxes, showed up when you needed to. But underneath all that functioning, there was this hollow ache, this sense that the real you had gone missing somewhere along the way. Maybe it happened gradually. Life has a way of wearing us down so slowly, we don't even notice we're fading until we're already translucent. The responsibilities pile up, the disappointments accumulate, the dreams get postponed until someday becomes never. And somewhere in all of that, we lose touch with the part of us that used to light up rooms just by walking in. But here's what I want you to understand. That version of you, the one that sparkled, the one that felt deeply and loved fiercely and dreamed without permission, that person never actually left. They've been waiting, patiently, quietly, lovingly waiting for the right moment to emerge again, and that moment is closer than you think. The first sign that your spark is returning shows up in the smallest moments. You catch yourself humming a song you haven't thought about in years. You linger a little longer watching the sunset instead of rushing past it. You find yourself genuinely laughing at something silly, and for a split second, you remember what joy feels like in your body. These aren't accidents. These are invitations from your soul, gentle reminders that aliveness is still available to you. Then comes the restlessness. But this isn't the anxious, scattered kind of restlessness you might have felt before. This is different. This is your spirit stretching after a long sleep, testing its wings, remembering what it feels like to want to fly. You start feeling antsy about things that used to feel comfortable. The conversations that once felt safe now feel empty. The routines that once felt secure now feel suffocating. That's not you being difficult. That's you outgrowing containers that were never meant to hold the fullness of who you're becoming. Your relationship with silence begins to change too. Where once quiet moments felt heavy with everything you were trying not to think about, now they start to feel spacious. You notice you can sit with yourself without immediately reaching for distractions. The constant noise in your head starts to settle, and in that settling, you begin to hear whispers of your own wisdom again. Your intuition, which had been buried under layers of other people's opinions and societal expectations, starts to speak up with gentle clarity. You'll notice your body feels different. There's less tension in your shoulders, like you've been carrying invisible weight that's finally starting to lift. You sleep a little deeper. Your appetite returns, not just for food, but for experiences, for beauty, for connection. You find yourself craving things that nourish rather than numb. This is your system recalibrating, preparing to support the more vibrant version of you that's emerging. The way you relate to your past begins to shift as well. Those painful experiences that once felt like proof of your brokenness start to reveal themselves as the very things that cracked you open wide enough for wisdom to enter. You're not grateful for the pain, but you're beginning to see how it shaped you into someone capable of deeper compassion, stronger boundaries, and more authentic love. The story you've been telling yourself about who you are starts to expand beyond your wounds. People around you might start commenting that you seem different, though they can't quite put their finger on what's changed. Your energy feels cleaner somehow, less cluttered with resentment and resignation. You're becoming magnetic in a way that has nothing to do with trying to please anyone, and everything to do with becoming genuinely pleased with your own company. Your relationship with your dreams transforms too. Those aspirations you tucked away because they felt too big or too late or too impractical start peeking their heads up again, not with the desperate urgency they might have carried before, but with a quiet confidence that feels both patient and determined. You're not rushing toward anything, but you're also not settling for anything less than what feels truly aligned. This is the space you're in right now, whether you fully recognize it or not. You're in the sacred pause between who you were and who you're becoming. It's uncomfortable because transformation always is, but it's also holy because you're witnessing your own resurrection in real time. Your spark isn't something you need to chase or manufacture or perform your way back to. It's something that's been waiting inside you this whole time, and now the conditions are finally right for it to shine again. The most beautiful thing about this moment you're in is that you're starting to trust yourself again. Not the loud, performative kind of trust that tries to convince everyone, including yourself, that you've got it all figured out, but the quiet, steady kind that doesn't need proof or validation. You're beginning to listen to that inner voice that's been whispering truths you weren't ready to hear before. You'll notice it first in small decisions. You order what you actually want at restaurants instead of what seems safe or what others might approve of. You choose to stay home when your body needs rest instead of forcing yourself out because you think you should. You speak up in conversations when something doesn't sit right with you, even if your voice shakes a little. These moments might seem insignificant, but they're actually revolutionary acts of self-respect. Your tolerance for things that drain you starts to disappear completely. That friend who only calls when they need something suddenly feels exhausting instead of necessary. The job that pays the bills but kills your soul becomes harder to justify with each passing day. The habits you used to numb yourself with lose their appeal because you're no longer trying to escape from yourself. You're actually becoming someone you enjoy spending time with. There's a clarity that emerges that surprises you with its simplicity. Decisions that used to keep you up at night, analyzing every possible outcome, now feel obvious. You know what serves you and what doesn't. You know who sees you and who just sees what they want from you. You know the difference between being alone and being lonely, and you're no longer afraid of either. Your creativity starts stirring again, but it's different from before. It's not desperate or needy for approval. It's playful and curious and unapologetic. You might find yourself decorating your space differently, trying new recipes, writing in journals, or humming melodies that come from nowhere. Your hands want to create things. Your mind wants to explore ideas. Your heart wants to express what it's been holding in silence for so long. The way you move through the world changes too. Your walk has more intention in it. Your presence feels more solid, like you're taking up exactly the right amount of space instead of trying to shrink or expand to fit what others expect. You make eye contact more easily because you're not hiding from yourself anymore. Your laugh comes quicker and sounds more genuine because joy isn't something you have to work for. It's something that bubbles up naturally. You start attracting different kinds of people and experiences into your life. The universe seems to respond to your elevated frequency by offering you opportunities that actually align with who you're becoming instead of who you've been settling for being. Conversations go deeper. Connections feel more authentic. Even strangers seem drawn to whatever light you're emanating now. Your relationship with time shifts dramatically. You stop rushing through moments trying to get to some imaginary destination where everything will finally be okay. You realize that okay is available right here, right now, in this breath, in this choice, in this quiet recognition that you are exactly where you need to be in your own unfolding story. The past stops haunting you with the same intensity. Those memories that used to replay on loop, keeping you trapped in cycles of regret and resentment, begin to feel like chapters in a book you've read rather than a prison you're living in. You can acknowledge what happened without being consumed by it. You can honor the lessons without carrying the weight. Your boundaries become clearer and easier to maintain, not because you've become harsh or closed off, but because you've become discerning. You understand that protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's sacred. You realize that saying no to what doesn't serve you is actually saying yes to what does. Your compassion deepens, but it's no longer at the expense of your own well-being. Sleep comes easier because your mind isn't constantly wrestling with itself. The endless loops of worry and overthinking start to quiet down. Your nervous system begins to trust that you're safe, that you're capable, that you don't need to be hyper-vigilant about every possible threat or outcome. Rest becomes restorative instead of just an escape. You begin to see beauty everywhere again, not the forced gratitude that tries to positive think its way out of pain, but genuine appreciation for the ordinary magic that surrounds you. The way light hits a wall, the sound of rain on windows, the feeling of clean sheets against your skin. These simple pleasures register in your body as gifts instead of background noise. This is your renaissance beginning to unfold, not the dramatic, movie version transformation where everything changes overnight, but the real one, the one that happens gradually, gently, from the inside out, the one where you don't become someone new, but rather remember who you've always been underneath all the layers of protection and performance. Your spark isn't just returning, it's evolving. It's wiser now, more sustainable, less dependent on external circumstances, and more rooted in your own unshakable knowing. And the most beautiful part is that this is only the beginning. The beginning. So if you're watching this video right now, trust that timing. Trust that your soul guided you here because it knew you needed this reminder. You're not broken. You never were. You're not behind. You're right on time. And that spark you're feeling stirring inside you, that quiet awakening that brought you to this moment, that's not your imagination. That's your life force, remembering what it feels like to truly live. The journey back to yourself isn't always linear, and it doesn't happen on anyone else's timeline, but your own. Some days you'll feel that spark burning bright. Other days it might feel like barely a flicker. Both are perfect. Both are part of your becoming. What matters is that you're here now, listening, feeling, allowing yourself to believe that something beautiful is unfolding within you. Because it is. Your spark isn't just returning. It's being reborn stronger, wiser, more authentically yours than it's ever been before. You don't need to force it or rush it or prove it to anyone. You just need to keep honoring the small stirrings. Keep choosing yourself in those quiet moments when no one else is watching. Keep trusting that the person you're becoming is worth every moment of discomfort it took to find them. Your spark is back, and this time, nothing can dim it.